Hello and welcome to the Times of India. You're watching Global Pulse with me, Neha Khanna. Our big focus tonight. It's a murder that has shaken the United States of America, a country not so united anymore. Of course, many could argue it's thanks to the deep political, ideological and social divide created by President Donald Trump and his MAGA movement. Charlie Kirk, a prominent conservative political activist, co-founder of Turning Point USA and ardent Trump supporter, was shot dead at an event at Utah Valley University. The shooter, who is still at large, is believed to have fired once from a building roof in the vicinity in what appears to be a targeted attack. Officials say the shot was so accurate and precise that it is clear this was not the handiwork of an amateur. There has been an outpouring of condemnation from both sides of the political divide. Kirk was a prominent Trump supporter. He courted young voters and used his network of nonprofits to seek big voter turnouts on American campuses and churches for Trump in 2024. Trump has described Kirk's death as a dark day for America and blamed rhetoric from what he calls the radical left for the rising political violence in the country. Trump says Kirk was a martyr for truth and freedom. The Utah governor has termed the 31-year-old activist killing a political assassination. Ironically, Charlie Kirk, a highly controversial and polarizing figure, pretty much like the president he supported, was a strong advocate for gun rights and was in fact fatally shot while answering a question about mass shootings in the US. Kirk frequently traveled to college campuses and spoke to students. His exchanges often turned into viral videos. His visit to Utah University was part of a 14-city tour which he had termed the American Comeback Tour. As we said, Kirk was a very controversial figure. He opposed abortion rights, downplayed climate change, rejected transgender rights, and had a strong anti-immigrant stance and backed Trump's mass deportation efforts. Charlie Kirk's shooting comes as a grim reminder of not only the ever-increasing and uncontrolled gun violence in the US, but also of the rising political violence in a deeply divided America. This comes after a string of instances of political violence in the US, including the assassination of a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband in their home in June, an arson attack at the Pennsylvania governor's house in April, and the most high-profile case of the assassination attempt against Donald Trump during the presidential election last July. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul, too had suffered a serious head injury in an attack at their residence. Trump has sought to link Kirk's death to his own shooting in Pennsylvania last year and other high-profile instances of violence, including the shooting of a United Healthcare executive in New York last December and the 2017 shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. As we said, Trump blames the rhetoric of the radical left for this violence, though many would argue that it is the far right in the US, particularly the Make America Great Again or MAGA movement founded by Trump himself, which is largely responsible for the deep divisions we see in American body politic today. Trump said that Americans and the media need to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequences of demonizing those with whom you disagree. A great point made by the US president. If only Trump listened to his own advice. Kirk's killing has sent shockwaves across the political spectrum, with both Republicans and Democrats calling for an end to political violence at a time when there's growing concern over deadly attacks and the targeting of public officials. While America has seen the assassination of 4 of its presidents in the past, analysts say the latest murder of a political figure could unleash hard-to-predict but extremely dangerous consequences in a country riven by anger and a fractured political landscape on a scale perhaps not seen before. Is it today the divided states of America? Is the US sitting on a ticking political time bomb?